But I wanted to hop on here really fast and talk to you guys about this book that I got gifted to me by the author themselves, which I think is so cool. And it's also a fellow Persian, so I'm really excited about that and excited for any kind of like Persian representation, nonetheless, like an Iranian author. So I just wanted to talk to you guys because it's called Pop Magic, and it's a really cool book because Alex, the author, is actually giving you tips on like how to do magic and how to kind of get into the occult, and it's in a more easy to digest way. It's very like, how do I say, it's very like modern, you know, it's very like with the times. Oops. And yeah, so I just wanted to kind of reference this book, Pop Magic, by Alex Kazemi. I'm Persian. I'm an embarrassment to my people. I think it's Alex Kazemi. But yeah, there's a lot of like cool little spells and tips and things like that. And I just think it's so cool. Especially because my Persian grandfather, was always really into spells and, you know, things like that. And so I just think it's really nice to kind of have a Persian author contact me, nonetheless. Let me have their book. I do think I'm going to be doing a giveaway for this specific one and send it to one of my subscribers. So if you are interested, comment an emoji below. And yeah, this book is again by Alex Kazemi, Pop Magic, and I just wanted to thank the author so much for considering to even give me anything or work with me or do anything with me. I'm so thrilled, and again, love the Persian representation, love the occult representation, and love how it's kind of combined into one thing. So please check it out, and again, comment an emoji below if you want to be in the raffle, and I will be giving this to a lucky subscriber. I'm just so angry at myself because I need to record content. Did I just can't. Let me explain why I'm having another breakdown. He's fine right now, he's sleeping. But I was getting ready this morning, and I was like putting on makeup and stuff because, you know, TikToks and YouTubes, and I always usually record on Fridays. And he started coughing really bad, and he's like been coughing the past few days, but it got worse this morning. Like it was more intense than the other 2 days, and again, he seems like normal, he seems fine so far. I gave him some CBD and I gave him his medicine. I know, like, this is like so stupid because I've been through death before. Like, I dropped out of high school to take care of my grandpa when he was dying of cancer. Like, I'm not someone that like has never gone through death. I've gone through so much death. The hardest because I'm so close to him. He's with me all the time. I really hope I can calm down and record today, because it's not that I like feel forced to record. Like, I really want to record and I want to make content, and it makes me happy. It feels really I look so bad. It just feels really hard right now. I'm just going to like record a chill video today because clearly I am just too mentally unwell. Stop crying. I just don't feel like things get easier. He's in a deep sleep. And Groot is 4 years old. He is actually a Pisces. I know that because they said his birthday was March. I have a Libra and a Pisces. Yeah, and the tiny one is 18 and the big one is 4. Also, I don't usually keep the diaper on him. My boyfriend puts it on him because he likes to pee in the house, and when we're working we can't always monitor him. We let him out all the time though. Like, I stop work all the time to let him outside. It's not like he can't go outside. He has a huge backyard. He's just a brat. Hi. Hi. Oh. Look who's awake. So, update. I ate finally at like 2 p.m. Woke up at like 6 a.m. today. And I usually snack throughout the day, so that's like a big deal for me. But I made myself eat something healthy because if I feel like I'm stressed, I need to not be putting junk in my body. I've been struggling with my weight lately, and I just don't like the way that I look, and I feel very insecure and gross. But I did eat a sandwich with avocado and egg and lox, and I'm just gonna snack on strawberry, and I still have Patreons to do. So yeah. Kind of looks like he's smiling. Okay, so update. I'm low-key a little frustrated with myself because I put on makeup and these fake eyelashes, and I was gonna record my tarot videos and just pump out content, but you know, it's really just not one of those days. Like, as you guys probably saw from the earlier clips, you know, it's a mental health day. So I think I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe I'll like have a glass of wine and do a tarot pool. Sorry if this is a random video. I'm a Saturn in Pisces in the 12th house, and this is just, you know, the only way that I can cope under pressure. I'm a little superstitious, and I don't want to use my tarot cards when I'm feeling like funky. So we're going to use my oracle cards. This reading is for my fixed signs. So if you are a Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, or Taurus, this reading is for you. Apply your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I prefer your moon sign, but do what you feel comfortable doing. I have Pluto, quincunx, Uranus. A quincunx in astrology is kind of like a square and a conjunction put together. At least in my head, that's what I feel it is. Someone, I'm sure, can correct me. But it's like nervous energy with tension. Kind of like conflict, but like hyperactive conflict. With Pluto and Uranus having this tension with one another, it's like this transformation and this radical shift or adjustment that people are needing to accept, but it's like harsh new information and radical shifts and realizations about things that are just kind of being like shoved into your face that you're not aware of. I think it's shocking for you because I feel like there's a lot of pushback. It's a stubborn, fixed energy, so I feel like the energy this week, especially for my fixed signs, you're noticing a lot of like, I don't understand why I'm being met with this information. I don't know how to process this information. There could be feelings of just wanting to shut down and not even like navigate through it. However, I think the more that you take on an analytical approach right now, instead of a reactive approach, if you just focus more on like assessing things, understanding why they are the way that they are, I think you're going to feel a lot better for it. I'm gonna take this off because I'm sweating to death. And then I also have Balance, Spirituality, and Practicality, full moon in Pisces. So I do feel like you might be able to have some kind of decompression or therapeutic tendencies through putting your focuses on your art right now instead of like putting too much energy on your chores. I feel like this is not a good week to be super productive. If anything, this is a good week to chill, TikTok, Netflix, spend time with loved ones. It's not a week that you want to be like ticking off some kind of perpetual checklist. You're gonna burn yourself out more than you're already feeling. I also have Iolite, shift your money mindset. Ironically enough, I feel like you could be focusing on what career isn't working for you anymore, what career is working for you. Like, I feel like, again, there's a lot of pressure and tension in the air this week for you. I feel like it's more of, I need an immediate change, but I don't know how to go about achieving that or how to get that. I think it's kind of like you're in a situation this week where you're being told to like react, but I think it's actually in your best interest to just sit back and watch or just assess instead of thinking about your reaction or thinking about what you should do next. You should just focus, on like watching and observing. I also have self-acceptance. This is such a beautiful card. And I really think that this is important because this week is like you're being met with so many different changes and adjustments, and I feel like you're being kind of pulled in a lot of different directions. You have this like need to focus on your work, but it's really like a burnout week where you shouldn't really be putting too much energy on your work. And essentially I feel like you're going to get the most peace when you're just focusing on rest, focusing on what makes you happy, because I feel like change is inevitably happening, but the more that you put your energy into your creative pursuits right now and like decompressing interests, the more you're going to be better for it. Now for that's not good wine, bruh. I'm throwing that wine away. I have Scorpio and Sun, so Scorpio Sun, which is ironic because that's the transits this week. Void, of course, Moon. Nothing will come of this situation. Okay. I have Selenite, Clear the Clutter, and I have Forgiveness and Understanding. So this week is about, I don't want to say it's about loss or grieving because I don't want to like depress you guys and I don't want to scare you guys, but I feel like this is about resolution. It's kind of like you had your argument last week, or you had your disagreement recently, you had your new information coming in, you had the reaction to that already. This is kind of like the acceptance now. You're in that reconciliation period. Excuse me. And I do feel like there's still a lot of like you kind of receding into yourself, licking your wounds. I feel like you're being kind of hermity this week. Oh my god, why are the cards so loud? I feel like you're kind of in this stage of just trying to reorganize yourself. It's kind of like the calm after the storm, calm before the storm. That didn't make any sense. It's kind of like the like everything is clearing out and you're kind of in the aftermath of acceptance of like what to do moving forward or what to do next. However, I feel like it's, I don't know, I feel like this is a very sensitive and vulnerable week for you, but you're like hiding from the world. And I usually tell people when they're feeling like hermity, like, you know, go be social, go force yourself out of your room, you know, change your pajamas once in a while. But I feel like honestly this is a week where you just need to like rest. I feel like everyone needs to rest this week, first of all. I'm gonna say that for every sign, but I feel like for you it's more of just like, you know what you need to do to feel better. You need to just take it step by step. You don't need to put pressure on yourself to socialize if you're not feeling like you want to. I don't think this is like the most ideal week for socialization. I do think it's a good week for organization for you. I just told fixed signs not to be organized, but for you specifically, I feel like the more you actually straighten up your room on your days off, or just like jot some things down in a planner, I feel like this could be very helpful to you, because I feel like you're in this process of like clearing out a lot of things in your life. Maybe there's a relationship that didn't work out. Maybe you're like sad because you're going through like a friendship breakup, or maybe you're distancing yourself from a family member or a loved one. And this is like a week where you just know something's not good for you anymore and you're taking the steps to fix it, but you're feeling very emotional about it. I think cleaning your material items, your belongings, things like that is going to feel therapeutic for you and like mentally freeing, because I feel like, you know, if we're feeling bad and we're looking around and there's a bunch of junk everywhere, you're not going to feel better. So that's something that I would say to be mindful of. But yeah, that's kind of, this isn't a week about action. This isn't a week about being productive. I feel like you're in a healing period. You need to just take it easy. You know what you're doing. It's okay if you want to be reclusive this week. I think that if anything, this isn't a week for you to push yourself. So yeah. And then for my mutual signs, I have opportunity and change. I have North Node. I have the Numinous. I have meditate and contemplate, and I have practice patience. I feel like this is a week where you have a little bit of drama. I feel like you have a little bit of like uncomfortability. There's something that maybe hasn't been sorted out or handled, and I think that you start taking strides towards that, or you start stepping up to what needs to be adjusted or what needs to be changed. However, I think you're a little too impatient about immediate results. You need to begin focusing on just knowing that you're putting in the work, knowing that you're doing the strides or the efforts that you need to do to get to where you want to go, and just being patient. I feel like instead of, I think I said this in last week's video, but like waiting for instant gratification is only going to lead you down like a more unhealthy rabbit hole. I feel like this week is about, how do I say this? Sometimes when we step into our most comfortable selves, it's not always the most easy for us. Wait, I didn't say that correctly at all. Sometimes when we step into our higher self, or the version of ourselves that is healthy for us or good for us, it's not always an easy process. It's not always like an easy thing for us to just do. It's a hard, uncomfortable transition. And sometimes when you reach your higher sense of self, it's not always something that you're able to celebrate or experience with people that you were hoping to. And I think this week is kind of like realizing that you're still in the process of working there. Like, you're not where you want to be, and I think you've identified that, but you know that you aren't going backwards anymore. So I definitely feel like it's important to be patient with yourself, not put too much pressure on yourself, because I feel like, again, there's like this like anxiety of I need to move quickly, and that's not going to get you anywhere that you want to go. So yeah, that was just very brief readings. I told everyone I'm just going to be very to the point this week. I don't want to talk your ear off like last week. Maybe next week I will talk your ear off. But if you did like it, if you think it was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.